afternoon and welcome back to NewsHour. I now pass it over to Savannah Diana Sienna for today's broadcast of Who Done Did It.
Hello. Today's story brings us back to 1936. A family of three, Andrew White, Elizabeth White, and their son, Herbert White, lived in a small house on a deserted road. They had recently gotten possession of a monkey's paw from Sergeant Major Morris, a military officer who had just returned from India. He told the family that if the father wished for the paw in his right hand, it would be granted. The only catch is that it would come with dire consequences. The family's wish was for 200 pounds. A simple request, would you say? Their wish was granted, but the money came from Herbert White's workplace, paying the family for their son's hard work after he had gotten caught in the machinery. Now, who is to blame for this tragedy? Was it Mr. White, the one who made the wish? Mrs. White, the one who forced her husband to wish for their dead son's revival? Sergeant Major Morris, the one who gave the family the paw to begin with? Or Herbert White, the one who died tragically after the first wish was made? To answer your question, I turn it over to Johnson Henderson Anderson, who is present at the scene.
Thank you, Diana Savannah Sienna. I am currently just yonder of the graveyard where rest the bodies of the White family and where Herbert White supposedly rose from the dead. Our first subject is Sergeant Major Morris. He is the one who introduced the family to the paw in the first place. This might make some think he is responsible, but he wanted to burn the paw. However, at the family's insistence, he gave it to them, along with several warnings and precautions. Our second subject is Elizabeth White. When she was first introduced to the paw, she was very fancied with it, but after the sergeant major's warnings, her hope died out. She did force her husband to wish for her son alive again, but that would not have mattered if the first wish had never happened. The third suspect is Andrew White. There was much controversy on whether or not he was guilty, but authorities have concluded that he is not. Yes, he made the wishes, but he wouldn't have, if not for his son's influence. That's right, the suspect authorities believe is guilty is Herbert White. Back to you, Savannah Diana Sienna.
Thank you, Johnson Henderson Anderson. Yes, it is true. Herbert White would have been the one who was convicted. One may have pity for the young man, but his death was only caused by his own actions. Even after Sergeant Major Morris warned the family of the consequences, he still wanted to try wishing from the paw. When his father first had the paw, he stated that he didn't know what to wish for. It seemed to him that he had all he wanted. Yet, Herbert continued to encourage him to wish for at least something, a simple 200 pounds. His death only proves that he must pay the consequence for even having someone else wish from the paw. Next up on NewsHour, Frank Frink proposed the question, Abraham Lincoln was a vampire hunter? I'm Savannah Diana Sienna, and this has been today's report of Who Done Did It.